Welcome back to another Toddy Walnuts video. Thank you for taking a few moments of your time to check me out. Today we're going to go over my Scream Factory / Shout Factory collection. I'm going to show you guys everything that I have to date. There are roughly 150 titles, and I'm going to show you guys the Blu-rays and DVDs that I have for the Scream Factory / Shout Factory collection. You're going to notice that there's quite a few that I'm missing. I don't have the entire catalog. I'm a little more choosy and picky with the Scream Factory lately. With so many different companies and labels releasing movies, it's hard to get everything from everybody all the time. So I'm going to go over it, show you guys what I have, and I have it alphabetized. We'll just start here at the top. And if you guys want to comment after the video, let me know which titles that I'm missing that you think I would like. I'm always open for suggestions. And also, this is all going to be in one video. This is going to be a pretty long video. So if you want to pause it now, go get yourself a snack, a drink, kick back and chill, and let's go through the collection together. So the first one here is called A Boy and His Dog, and this is the Blu-ray DVD Collector's Edition. Starring Don Johnson. It's a post-apocalyptic film, and it's one of my favorites that Scream Factory put out. I think this is a really good film. This is the R-rated cut. And I really had fun with A Boy and His Dog. The next one here is called The Angry Red Planet, and this is a sci-fi horror film from the 50s. Black and white, if I remember correctly. No, it's color, but from 1959, it fell a little bit short to me. It wasn't really all that great. It was kind of middle of the road, I guess. It's one of the more recent releases from Scream Factory. The next one is a double bill of a drive-in style horror film, and this is some blaxploitation here. Blackula and Scream, Blackula, Scream. Very good little double bill. I enjoyed that one. The next one is called Beyond the Gates. This is kind of more modern horror. It's a horror comedy, and also this one kind of fell short. It does have Barbara Crampton in it. You can see her there on the cover. I just wasn't really in love with that film. It's a IFC Midnight film. The next one is called The Beast Within. It's a creature feature type film. It's pretty decent practical effects, and there's some pretty good transformation scenes in that film. I enjoy that one. The next one is a Roger Corman cult classic called Battle Beyond the Stars, the 30th Anniversary Special Edition. This is a good little sci-fi film. The next one is called The Battery, and I thought this was a sleeper. It was really good. A lot of people have seen it by now, and it kind of came out of nowhere, and I thought it was a really good little zombie film. The next one is another double bill, kind of drive-in style films called Cellar Dweller and Catacombs. Then we have Chilling Visions, 5 Senses of Fear. I didn't really care too much for this one. It was kind of an anthology film, and it was okay. The next one is Crawlspace. This is the Klaus Kinski Crawlspace. It was very creepy and very atmospheric. It was a good film. The next one is Dark Angel, also called I Come in Peace. Dolph Lundgren. Another creature feature film called Deadly Eyes, the Blu-ray DVD combo. And this is a movie about killer rats. Sword and Sandal double bill, Deathstalker, Deathstalker 2. This was limited to 1,000. It sold out right away, and it was going for ridiculous money on eBay. And we have Death Valley, the Blu-ray DVD combo. Peter Billingsley, who also played Ralphie in A Christmas Story. It's a pretty good film. Charles Bronson in Death Wish 2. Very good series. This is the uncut edition. Demented, slasher from, I believe, the 70s. Actually, 1980. Boris Karloff and Die Monster Die. The Final Terror Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Another Roger Corman cult classic, Forbidden World. That's a really cool cover, little creature feature. Here's a Vincent Price anthology film called From a Whisper to a Scream. The Funhouse Massacre starring Robert Englund. It was okay. More modern horror again. It wasn't really all that great. It was a fun watch. I probably won't watch it again for a while. Here's another Roger Corman film, Galaxy of Terror. Another double billing, Ghost House and Witchery. Here's a Ralph Bakshi film, animated, called Heavy Traffic. This is the Horror Show, also known as, I believe that is House 3. Here is The House That Screamed. Still have yet to watch this one. Kind of a splatter flick, very low budget. The Incredible Melting Man. The Island. This was shockingly good to me. I mean, I didn't really know much about it. I had never seen it until Scream Factory released it, and I thought it was very good. It was very well done. We gotta take a swig of green tea here for a second, guys. Okay, so the next one is The Legend of Hell House, kind of a Hammer horror style film from 1973. Also, if you guys want to hear any more detail about any of these, just let me know. Comment down below. The next one is called Message from Space. This is also limited to 1,000. I think it's still available. Double billing of Metamorphosis and Beyond Darkness. Giant Bugs creature feature film called The Nest. Blu-ray DVD combo. A little slasher film that takes place on New Year's Eve called New Year's Evil. And I switched it out, put a black case on it. And the final one for this row is Ninja 3 The Domination. Very cheesy. It's a pretty fun film, Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So that was it for the first row. We'll slide over here and do row number 2. So the first one here is another Klaus Kinski film. This one is called Nosferatu the Vampire. A Werner Herzog film. Another Roger Corman cult classic, Piranha. Here is a Larry Cohen film called Q, The Winged Serpent. David Carradine is in that one, as well as Michael Moriarty. Here is a cannibal film called Ravenous. Roger Corman cult classic, Star Crash. 2-disc special edition with a bunch of extras. Here's some 80s goodness, Swamp Thing. Another twin billing of Terror Vision and The Video Dead. Very good release. I really enjoy that one. The next one is The Town That Dreaded Sundown, Blu-ray DVD combo. This is the original, very good. A slasher film from late 70s, I think. This one also comes with The Evictors on DVD. Town That Dreaded Sundown from 1977. Rated R. I really enjoy that film. If you guys get a chance to pick that one up. Another one that was limited to 1,000. This is Time Walker. Here is the twin billing of Troll and Troll 2. It also comes with the documentary the best worst movie on DVD. So that alone is worth it. 2 movies and the documentary. I think it was under 20 bucks. Here's another one that was limited to 1,000. I think this one's out of print now. This is Up from the Depths. Here's another Hammer-style horror film called The Vampire Lovers. Another one that was limited to 1,000, The Velvet Vampire. This was surprisingly good. This is Without Warning. I really recommend this one. Blu-ray DVD combo. Killer Aliens. And moving on, we have a twin billing of X-Ray and Schizoid. And X-Ray has Barbie Benton, the ex-Playboy model who was at one time linked up with Hugh Hefner, and you can see her nude quite often in that movie. Now we're starting to get into the collector's editions with the slipcovers. I'm not going to pull all of these out, but if there's anything you guys want to see the reversible cover on or anything like that, just let me know. The first one here is a 3-disc edition of Army of Darkness, one of the best releases that Scream Factory put out, in my opinion. Assault on Precinct 13, excellent movie, John Carpenter, very good film. The Autopsy of Jane Doe, IFC Midnight. This was surprisingly good. It was creepy. It actually had some scary moments in it for a modern horror film. That's kind of rare for me. Very good film. Definitely rewatchable too. The Babadook, a little bit overrated. I thought it was pretty fun, but people overrated it when it first came out. Still, it was a decent film. Backcountry, based on a true story of a killer bear who stalks a couple that are backpacking through the woods. Black Christmas, excellent slasher film, Canadian horror, very, very good, 2-disc edition. John Carpenter anthology horror called Body Bags. One of my favorite slashers from the 80s, The Burning. Here is the collector's edition of Carrie. And it also came with a second slipcover, which I have up here on the little display piece. If you ordered the deluxe edition, you got a poster and 2 slipcovers. So next one is Cat People. Didn't really care too much for this film. I thought it was not very good. Classic, Child's Play. And this was also a deluxe edition. It came with the second slipcover. Good Guys. Slipcover came with the poster. And you have Class of 1984. Very good film. And a comedy zombie comedy called Cockneys vs. Zombies. Pretty good. It has some pretty good comical moments in there. So that was the end of shelf 2. Keep moving on here. 3 shelves to go. And the first one is Darkman, Sam Raimi film, starring Liam Neeson. Horror noir. Here is Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. Excellent. Love this movie. Not as good as the original, of course, but very, very good remake. One of the better remakes, in my opinion. Here is the original Day of the Dead, George A. Romero. That's a sweet cover. One of Scream Factory's best. Deadly Blessing. Very good film. This is Sharon Stone's first role. Michael Berryman's also in there. Here is Dead Shadows. Not very good. It was okay. Zombie Apocalypse. Another one that was kind of fell short for me. This is called Dead Souls. That's a Chiller Channel horror film, and it was just not very good to me. Here is a very good horror werewolf film called Dog Soldiers. I really enjoyed this one. This one was shot in Scotland, I believe. either Ireland or Scotland, and it was very, very atmospheric, and the werewolves were good. I thought the practical effects were very good. I wouldn't say that this is the best werewolf movie ever made. I still like American Werewolf in London, but this is probably very close number 2 for me. Next one is Stuart Gordon's Dolls. It's a pretty cool cover. John Carpenter's Escape from New York. Another modern horror film called Fender Bender, kind of a stalker, serial killer type film. It was okay. John Carpenter's The Fog, classic horror. Everybody has seen this one. Here is From Beyond. This is a really, really nice edition here. This comes with the Blu-ray DVD and the unrated director's cut. And it does have some special features there you guys want to see. Stuart Gordon's classic. Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton. Very, very good special effects in this film, From Beyond. One of my favorites. Here is Tobe Hooper's The Funhouse. I also enjoyed this film. I like that cover there. That's really cool. We have Ginger Snaps. Halloween 2, which was the very first release that Scream Factory put out. Halloween 3, which seems to be the most underrated of the series in my opinion. It's one of my favorites in the Halloween franchise. The Howling, another werewolf film, very good. Jeepers Creepers, excellent film. Jeepers Creepers 2, excellent. And I have yet to pick up Jeepers Creepers 3, but I do have it in my shopping cart on Amazon. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. Got to come up with some funds, and I got a little stack of stuff I'm going to be getting in. So the next one is Lake Placid. Kind of a horror comedy. Betty White is also in here, and she has kind of some, you can see her there. She has some pretty funny lines, some one-liners in this film. I thought it was pretty good. About a giant killer crocodile that eats people. This one's backwards. This is Land of the Dead. George A. Romero. This one, it took a while to grow on me. When I first saw it, I didn't really care too much for it, but after like the third or fourth viewing, it's growing on me. I do like it. Here is the Larry Fessenden collection, and this one is a 4-film set. You get, let's see if I can show this without that reflection. You get No Telling, Wendigo, Habit, and The Last Winter. It comes with a 24-page book. Really nice set. And then I also have the signed edition, signed in gold pen. This one is still sealed. I just keep that as a collector's piece. Same exact set, it's just sealed and signed. That's all that's different about it. The next one is Tobe Hooper's Life Force. Very good film. Matilda May. She's gorgeous. Really good. Space vampire movie. Lord of Illusions. Clive Barker. Very good film. Mad Max. This is kind of a WTH, why is this in the Scream Factory collection? But it's a good movie. It just doesn't seem like it fits with the Scream Factory stuff to me. But I got it. It was really cheap. I waited a while to pick this one up, and I think I got it at like Walmart for about 10 bucks. So it came with the slipcover and everything, so that was pretty cheap. Another anthology film, The Monkey's Paw, another chiller. Don't expect a whole lot from that. It's not very good. This one, on the other hand, is very good. I love this one from the 80s, Motel Hell. It's another horror comedy. Takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. They make jerky out of humans. All kinds of jerky and sausages and all kinds of stuff. Pretty gross. Pretty funny movie. Okay, moving on to shelf number 4. We're getting there to the end, guys, so hang in there. This one is the Nightbreed box set, Clive Barker. The director's cut limited edition box set. This one was limited to 10,000. I got number 1,179. And let's see if I can show you guys the special features. If you want to pause it, you can read those. But this is a very, very nice box set. I do believe it is sold out by now. It came out a couple years ago. And the big hubbub about this one was it was finally the director's cut. So that one did not disappoint. It was a very, very nice addition from Scream Factory. Here's another drive-in type film from the 80s. This one's called Night of the Comet. Valley girls battle zombies during the end of days. What was her name? Mary Catherine Stewart is in this one. Catherine Mary Stewart. Kevin Tenney's Night of the Demons. Blu-ray Dvd combo. Here is the Paul Naschy collection. Comes with Horror Rises from the Tomb, Vengeance of the Zombies, Blue Eyes of the Broken Doll, Human Beasts, and Night of the Werewolf. And it also comes with a 24-page book. And then Paul Naschy Collection 2, which comes with Hunchback of the Morgue, A Dragonfly for Each Corpse, The Devil Possessed, Exorcism, and The Werewolf and the Yeti. And this also comes with a 24-page book. Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs. I actually got a chance to see this one in the movie theater, and I told this story a bunch of times on my channel. Like maybe 30, 40 minutes into the movie, the theater caught on fire, so we all had to get evacuated. And actually, it was just the popcorn machine that caught on fire and the smoke got into the vents, so there was really no permanent damage to the theater. And as everybody left the theater, they were handing out passes, but we never did get to go back in and finish it. Phantasm 2, Don Coscarelli. Phantom of the Paradise, John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness, Prison, Psycho 2, and Psycho 3, and I thought these were pretty fun. Had to take a little sip of green tea, guys. We can finish this up here. This is called Pumpkinhead. This is a nice little film, creature feature film. And the master of the B horror films, Lance Henriksen, is in this one. And it does have quite a few special features there. Here is David Cronenberg's Rabid. Good film. Now we got another deluxe collector's edition of The Return of the Living Dead. And it came with the second slipcover. And it also came with a poster. 2 posters, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Another Wes Craven 80s film, Shocker. This is a really nice edition that Scream Factory recently put out. This is Silent Night, Deadly Night. And this is finally uncut for the first time. They pieced it back together. Some of these segments were not fully HD, but it still looked pretty good to me. We have the Sleepaway Camp series, Sleepaway Camp 1, Sleepaway Camp 2, and Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland. Here is a creature feature film with killer night crawlers. An electrical storm. Lightning hits the ground and turns all the night crawlers into flesh-eating monsters. I thought it had really good practical effects in it. Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, starring Dennis Miller. And Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Here is the Scream Queen herself, Jamie Lee Curtis, in Terror Train. This one had some pretty good special features. It's one of my favorite horror films of all time, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Really nice edition here. It's a 2-disc set. You can, if you guys want to pause it and read those special features there. There's a It Runs in the Family 85-minute documentary. This is well worth the price of admission here for Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. That's one of Scream Factory's best editions. And here is They Live, starring Rowdy Roddy Piper. John Carpenter classic. And has one of the best fight scenes there with, what was his name? Keith David and Roddy Piper when they were fighting in the alley. Excellent. So that is the end of the 4th shelf, and we are getting into shelf number 5. It's just like 3/4 of a shelf here. So the first one is John Carpenter's The Thing. I'm going to slide these over a little bit. John Carpenter's The Thing, which also has been re-released by Arrow Video. It's a 2-disc set. Tons of special features. Very nice edition. And then this was a deluxe edition that came with a second slipcover. That's a nice edition there. We have the Vincent Price collection, which is now out of print, and it's going for ridiculous money. You get the Pit and the Pendulum, The Mask of the Red Death, The Haunted Palace, The Fall of the House of Usher, The Abominable Dr. Phibes, Witchfinder General, aka the Conqueror Worm box set, and the Vincent Price Collection 2. You get The Raven, The Comedy of Terrors, The Tomb of Ligeia. Never really knew how to pronounce that one. The Last Man on Earth, Dr. Phibes Rises Again, The Return of the Fly, House on Haunted Hill. Very nice box sets there. And then Vincent Price 3, which comes with Master of the World, Tower of London, Diary of a Madman, An Evening of Edgar Allan Poe, Cry of the Banshee, and it comes with the 12-page book. Here's one that was just so-so again for me. This is another IFC Midnight. They say Mad Max meets Dawn of the Dead. It's kind of an over-the-top zombie film. It was just so-so for me. I'll probably have to pop this one in and give it another shot. It might grow on me, but for right now, it's probably like a 6 out of 10, maybe 5.5 out of 10. So those were all the Blu-rays. The next, I don't know how many are going to be DVDs. And this first one is a 4-pack with Schizoid, The Vagrant, The Godsend, and The Outing. 4 films, I believe, on 2 discs. And the next one is another 4-night horror marathon, Volume 2. You get The Dungeon Master, Cellar Dweller, Contamination Point 7, and Catacombs. I believe all 4 of these films have Blu-ray releases now. The next one is called TV Terrors, and these were horror movies made for TV. You get The Initiation of Sarah, and Are You in the House Alone? Another 4-pack. What's the Matter with Helen? The Vagrant, The Godsend, and The Outing. And you're probably wondering why these 2 DVDs are very similar. Let's see if I can do a little demonstration here for you guys. Just put them on the floor. This first one on the right, let's see if I can zoom in. Scream Factory did not have authorization to release that Schizoid, so they put the wrong movie out. They didn't have permission to use it, and so they had to pull this DVD off the shelf. It was recalled, and they ended up putting it back out with this one, And instead of schizoid, now they had, I accidentally hit my power button when I was trying to show you guys, but they switched out schizoid and put What's the Matter with Helen in there, basically, is what it is. Well, they did. And then this one is the official release now. And this one is recalled and going for big bucks. So if you can even find it anymore. And the next one is a Mystery Science Theater 3000 presents Undead. This is a Shout Factory edition. I just threw it in here with my DVDs, my Scream Factory stuff. Here is a Vampires, Mummies, and Monsters 2-disc special edition. You get Lady Frankenstein, the Velvet Vampire, Time Walker, and Grotesque. 2-disc special edition. Humanoids from the Deep, Roger Corman, Classics Collection. Another Mystery Science Theater 3000. This is Zombie Nightmare. Here is the Slumber Party Massacre Collection. 2-disc set with 3 films. Here's a double billing of The Evil and Twice Dead. Here is Roger Corman's Piranha with a lenticular cover. Doesn't really change the image, it just kind of shows depth of the, oh, I guess it kind of does change the image a little bit, but not much. Just kind of shows the depth of the female swimmer. Here's a Sword and Sandal 4-pack. You get Deathstalker, Deathstalker 2, Barbarian Queen, and the Warrior and the Sorceress. And then I do have 2 of the steel books. I have John Carpenter's The Fog, limited to 10,000. And I have Escape from New York, limited to 10,000. So that was it, guys. That was my entire Scream Factory collection with Shout Factory stuff put in. Oh, I take that back. There's a couple things up here that I was going to show you. I already showed you the Carrie slipcover that they sent. I also do have the Halloween box set that has everything from John Carpenter's original Halloween all the way through to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. This is a really nice box set. So that was the entire collection. If there's any questions you guys have, just comment down below. I'm thinking about either doing my Twilight Time movies next or my Criterion. So if you guys want to comment down below if you have any preference of what you want to see next. I'm going to do them both eventually anyway, but you guys let me know what you want to see next, either Twilight Time or Criterion. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.